Hello there. I welcome you all to CF Virtual Summit 2020. I am Pavan and with me I have my colleague Keshavan. So we work for SAP. Before starting into the session, I hope that you have attended the keynote and also some good insightful sessions on CFO KTS topic. So with that, further ado, let's start our experience on our scalability journey for CFO KTS. So before starting, let's rewind back to 2017, where the initial thoughts and discussions went on, and we tried to bring the best of both worlds, Bosch and Kubernetes for Cloud Foundry. We know that Bosch uses CPA as an abstraction for providing CA foundation across multiple infrastructures. Similarly, Kubernetes also offers abstraction and behaves as an orchestration platform as well. So let's see what Bosch has to offer for a developer and an operator persona. Coming to the developer persona, as we already know that the CF push magic command comes in, where a developer has to only worry about a source code and just give it to our platform, our CF platform, where the heavy uplifting happens, and within few minutes he'll have his application up and running. And with the 12-factor best practices, our application will become more robust and it is independent of the platform. That means to say that we can run this on different infrastructures. Also, with the increase in the traffic and the workload, automatically Cloud Foundry also offers of having multiple instances to manage the particular traffic. We can go on and on and on developer persona, but today that is not our take. Let's focus on the operator persona from Bosch. So from an operator, to set up a complete CF stack with logging, monitoring, backing service, it takes a quite amount of time. With larger landscape, having huge customer workloads, with thousands of developers using the platform, we'll have multiple stages like dev, staging, and production, which leads to maintaining the VMs in several thousands of volumes, which indeed leads to painful upgrades. For example, there could be a circuit break happening in between or failure of other components leading to interdependencies and deadlock situations. Also, scaling in, scaling out for a data operations, monitoring the storage, resource utilization, robust monitoring, cost management, all these things leads to increase in the resource for number of operators as the complexity of the landscape grows. So let's see how Kubernetes does this or what it has. Coming to the developer persona, the whole idea is to keep this same as it's a more soothing experience for a developer. Let's see on the operator persona how it is different. Now, yes, here comes another magic command, kubectl apply. So on a similar note of CF push experience for a developer, here we are trying to achieve a kubectl apply experience where the operator just applies it and he'll have the entire CF stack up and running within few minutes. And how do we upgrade? All we have to do is just change the container images and automatically it will be done. Next comes a greater advantage where Kubernetes, as it is a very good orchestration tool. It automatically self-stabilizes any processes which goes for a task. As the landscape grows, without increasing the ops team, we can scale the infrastructure with increasing workloads. This is a major detrimental factor for us. So enough said about Kubernetes. Let's see how the unique combination of Cloud Foundry running on top of Kubernetes helps in reaping the benefits of scalability. Let's look into the setup and tooling aspects of our scalability tests. Coming to the setup part, we have Cloud Foundry for Kubernetes. Basically, Cloud Foundry for Kubernetes offers or is compatible across multiple Kubernetes flavors. For a minimalistic setup, Cloud Foundry can be deployed with Postgres as a database and Minio as a blob store. And yes, of course, it has the support for external database and also external blob store. Coming to our Kubernetes cluster setup, we use Gardener as a tool for creating a Kubernetes cluster with 8 CPU, 30 GB as a machine size, and almost close to 30 nodes. So this is our setup. Now coming to the tooling aspect, here we didn't want to reinvent the wheel. So we sticked upon to our old school method of Diego stress test, which is a test and tried methodology in CF for Bosch world. So why did we use this, or why did we go with this approach? Because it provides a lot of flexible and configuring knobs or the configuring features such as requests per second, logs per second, number of concurrent pushes, and different app sizes. So with this bundle of configurations, it creates a real-time workload scenario with which the results what we get are much reliable and much dependable. So with this, I hand over to Keshavan and for the next slides.
Thank you, Pavan. Starting with observability. Observability stands as a pillar for any kind of workloads, be it on Cloud Foundry or it on Kubernetes. Prometheus being a de facto standard for monitoring in Kubernetes. Here for Cloud Foundry and Kubernetes, we also use Prometheus to get Kubernetes relevant metrics such as CPU memory utilization, as well as some of our custom metrics for control plane components like CAPI, metric proxy, and UAA. We use Grafana for our visualizations. Next comes logging. Here, Cloud Foundry for Kubernetes by default ships Fluentd as log collector agent. Then we use Loki to as a log aggregation tool. Loki is similar to Prometheus, just we can stream logs by labels. In this way, we can able to correlate performance metrics and easily debug logs in a single Grafana view. Route availability. What does this mean? A developer wants his application to be up and running immediately as soon as he's pushed the application. We have seen cases where the time taken for staging and the time taken for the start of the application eventually increases when the applications and the workloads on the particular CF foundation keeps increasing. So we want to have a key eye on it during our scale test. So what we did, we wrote a script which pushes a simple application, start the application, wait for route availability, then it just delays the application. It measures all the time durations taken for each operations and pushes it to Prometheus. This is one of our Grafana dashboards which we took in our scalability test. Here you can see a beautiful view of how time variation happens when initial stages and when the load increases in the system. Milestones. We like to share a few of our happy moments during our scale tests. Yeah, we are able to push 100 applications in just 5 minutes. Isn't it amazing? Yes. And next, another milestone to be noted is we able to push 1200 applications with just 30 machines, which is not possible in Bosch world. It would be even 30 machines would be sufficient only for Cloud Foundry components. We have done another few round of tests focusing on particular control plane components like CAPI, where the test is mainly to measure the maximum concurrent pushes and each replica of CFAPI server can handle. Next, we did a few of our experiments by connecting to external databases and blob stores as well. These scaling tests helps us to baseline our control plane components resource consumptions. So this can be act as a better sizing guidelines for scalability. Next comes we plan to run this scale test on regular basis for new releases to have better benchmarking and to have identifying the bottlenecks at early stages. This is one of the snapshot which we took in the last test run. Here you can see a steep line curve happens during the initial phases where it reaches still 500 applications around in a very steep way, and there is a gradual increase of the load, and we reached till 1200 applications, after which there were some bottlenecks which stopped us to scale beyond this. Below charts helps us to give a resource consumption view of each control plane components. If you want to have more insights on the test patterns and the graphs, you can always visit our wiki pages. During our scalability test, we have identified some of the issues, performance and scaling issues, which we have reported to community, and there were much issues which have been fixed and delivered, and few are in progress. So as we covered in the earlier slides, we want to bring this kind of scale test in our regular as part of new C4K8 releases. So what we did, we took some of the design things which are available in the market like Prometheus, Thanos and Loki, and designed a simple pipeline to run this scale test. What we are going to have is a central Kubernetes cluster in which we deploy all our monitoring components like Grafana, Concurs, and stable Prometheus part. So Concurs job is to trigger a creation of shoot cluster, install latest C4K8 version, set up Prometheus and logging stack in it, and it just runs the same Diego stress test which Pawan has mentioned, and it collects the logs and the metrics and pushes it to cloud storage. From cloud storage, we retrieve using Thanos sidecar courier and store and analyze the logs, and this helps us to have a comparison analysis between different C4K8 versions. Coming to the last words, Kubernetes brings infinite opportunities for Cloud Foundry in terms of features as well as scalability. The scope is very much beyond ahead of this. I'm very much excited to see the future of Cloud Foundry and Kubernetes. Thank you for joining this session. You can always reach out to us on Slack for your further questions. Let's move forward to Q&A.